Hi, I am Dr. Srijan Kumar, the CEO of Lighthouz AI. Today, I'm excited to present to you how Lighthouz AI does freight invoice auditing, specifically on the documents that the carrier submits for verification. At Lighthouz, we have developed a proprietary AI technology that does that. Our process has 3 steps. The first is splitting the submitted document into subdocuments. The goal of this step is to break down the bigger document into invoices, bill of ladings, rate confirmations, lumper receipts, and so on and so forth. The second step is extracting information from each of these subdocuments, which includes everything that's written or printed on it, any handwritten notes, signatures, stamps, and so on. And the third and the most important step is doing the audit itself. At Lighthouz, our system supports 26 plus audit checks and more being added every day. Let's quickly look through the audit checks that our AI system does. So we look for presence of all the necessary documents, broker and carrier checks, ensuring that the broker is an approved one. And in the document presence checks, we look at whether rate confirmations are present, BOLs are present, whether all BOLs are present, whether an invoice is present, if the invoice mentions a lumper fee, whether the lumper receipt is present, whether a delivery report is present, and so on. Looking at broker and carriers, we first check whether the broker is approved or blacklisted or new broker, and whether the customer is a known customer. Then we move on to invoice checks. Invoice checks are super crucial, as you know. So our AI system checks whether the invoice matches the rate confirmation in terms of all the information that's present on the invoice, which includes the carrier name, broker name, customer name, pickup, drop-off locations, dates, and so on. This ensures that the invoice is in fact attached to the right rate confirmation and there are no discrepancies. Then it goes on to check the amounts. Checks whether the invoice amount matches the rate confirmation amount and any accessorials that are present. So that might be lumper fees, detention, lift gate, and so on and so forth. For any of these fees that are mentioned, if a fee is mentioned, it checks whether the rate confirmation already includes that. And if so, if the total is correct. That same goes on for all the other accessorial charges. The next set of tests that our AI system does is checking the bill of lading against checking the bill of lading to begin with. So in the bill of lading, our AI system checks whether uh, it's for the correct rate confirmation. There is at least one bill of lading for each destination or each drop off that's listed in the rate confirmation, whether the BOL is legible, it has a signature, if it has a handwritten note, if the handwritten note mentions any damages, shortages, and so on. And finally, our AI system checks for lumpers if the lumper receipt is legible, present, and correct. We are also adding new audit tests every day. We are in the process of adding audit tests for checking the order list of items. So that's a line by line item level check of the names and quantities of the information that's present in the bill of lading as well as in the rate confirmation. And finally, currently we are adding detention note checks. And for example, if a detention charge is included in the invoice, it would check if the in and out times actually validate whether a detention charge should be present. If you have specific custom check that you would like us to add, you can always reach out to us and we'll be happy to work with you on that. Thank you.